So there we go. I'm back with a cup of coffee. Good stuff indeed. And here we go. 4v4. Gonna be a lot of fun. The map is Rivers. And this is an 1800 plus 4v4 game. Should be nice and exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how this one goes. I honestly thought they would be playing Arabia, but we are surprised. We could be surprised because they're playing it on Rivers, which is a lot of fun. Though I do think this is a horribly imbalanced map sometimes, and we'll talk about that in just a moment's time. But let's see who we've got. For the team, we'll call it Team Spaden here. Over to the left of the map, in the red, we've got Spaden playing as the Goths. And his teammate up to the north of him, in the blue, we've got No Re I Go Eat, aka Eighth Wonder, playing as the Vikings. And their other teammates, well, we've got Northern Pike, aka Pike, just Pike, in pink, playing as the Saracens. He's in the pocket position. Eighth Wonder was on the flank, by the way. And their final teammate on the other flank is Zuppy in yellow, playing as the Persians. So we've got Zuppy on the flank, we've got Pike in the pocket, Spaden in pocket, Eighth Wonder on the other flank, and we've got Vikings, Goths, Saracens, and Persians. That makes up Team Spaden. And on the other side of the map, on the flank position for Team, well, I don't know, Team Anfo, let's say. In the green, we've got Anfo PL playing as the Vikings. On the pocket position for Team Anfo, we've got Remy in teal playing as the Goths. In the other pocket, we've got ASD in the orange playing as the Persians. And finally, on the other flank, we have Dziak Grey playing as the Saracens. This map Rivers then, it's interesting. I don't see that many games on Rivers. I think for good reason. Players just don't usually play it, I don't think, because of, just look at it. Look at it. It's horrible. It's so unbalanced. If you have a look at this, you've got Team Anfo on the top here and the right hand side of the map, top and right for them. They've got water and big fish all the way along the back. Just so many big fish for them to take. All the way around here, all the way in the corner, all the way along this right hand side. And the only person who has access to this on Team Spaden is Zuppy. So there's only one person on their team who can access this water easily. Pike could send a villager all the way over to the corner to try and get over here. But fishing is going to be so in favour of Team Anfo, or the team up in the north, and it's going to be very difficult for the other team to really take advantage of that. Now, I suppose there's a little bit of a saving grace due to the fact that there is big fish in the rivers themselves. You can see here Spaden docking on the front of his base, has got a couple of big fish nearby. But let's be honest, one big fish and a few shorefish does not compare to their pocket player, Remy, who's going to just have so many big fish back here. And this is why I just think this map is a little bit ridiculous, because both pocket players on either team are going to just have a totally different game, and obviously the team in the north are going to have an advantage. So if Spaden's team wins this, I think they are going to be, in a decent position, and well, not if they win it. Of course, if they win it, they're in a good position. But I think if Spaden's team wins this, it does say something about his team. It shows that they are clearly, on top form. So we may see a little bit of a different play style from the team in the south. We may see the pocket players here maybe getting a little bit more aggressive on the water to prevent these guys from doing a big fish boom at the back. And in fact, we can already see here ASD in orange playing as the Persians here, saying he's going to grush. And obviously he's a pocket player, so they do want to protect those fishing ships, and we'll see how they decide to play it. Obviously, water is going to feature. Land is also a possibility, but players starting to wall this one up already. But never underestimate the power of a ram or a mangonel or even a transport ship in this position. A quick landing across can completely negate these walls, and if that's the case, then good luck to you defending if you don't have anything up at home to defend. So Zuppy here on the right side taking the big fish on the nice little lake, or the what's it called, the river, I suppose. And well, Anfo, interestingly enough, actually building his dock here rather than over here. I suppose it's a little bit closer to his town centre, but he has got to travel a little bit further to get the big fish once these two big fish are taken. So I think not such a good dock position for him, but I guess saving a little bit of villager walking time and stuff as well. So I'm just going to chat off so that I don't have to get distracted by these spectators chatting here. Spain now up to 5 fishing ships. It looks like he's going to do somewhat of a fish boom, going up to 27 population, going up to 28 actually in a second. And after that, probably going to go feudal perhaps. Trying to get the food in. No, he's not. He's going to keep building villages. So interestingly enough, he's probably going to fast castle actually. Well, yeah, he will fast castle. But ASD, the other pocket player, maybe if he says he's going to grush even, going to get aggressive on the water, but it seems odd that he would grush in this location. The rush distance between them is so far, they have to go all the way along this river, like all the way along here, like do all the way along the river, row your boat gently down the stream, merrily, and now I'm outside of Spain space. It takes forever to get down here. It's a little bit ridiculous, to be honest with you. But we'll see what 8th Wonder's up to, what the flanks are up to. Anfo's already up to feudal. Wow, 8th Wonder is already feudal, the first one to go up. And getting those galleys out very quickly. He is, of course, going to be looking to grush Grey, Dziak at the back here. Going to be looking to grush him and take out his fishing ships where he can. Worth noting as well, there's a lot of deer on this map. Always a lot of deer to take, but players at the moment opting not to take that. You can see Zuppy doing quite a, well, not quite a big fish boom, but getting those 3-4 fishes out, not really taking any berries, not taking any deer either. He's literally just doing a standard grush build in this situation. And there was a sneak villager here from Anfo as well, which did get taken down. Worth noting that one. So, players starting to get up to the feudal age now, the flank players in particular. Ziak in grey, a little bit slow to get up to the feudal age though. He's still dark age for now. And we're not, I don't know how close he is actually. Yeah, he's literally just clicked up on 31 population. Not having a particularly good dark age then, by the looks of things. Trying to wall himself into his base here. But 8th Wonder already got some galleys out on the water, so he's going to start getting some fishing ship picks. And you can see that Grey did start taking the deer here as well. So obviously, you know, a fast castle is a potential for him, and maybe he's going to bust out and try and take 8th Wonder on the land. But whatever he does, it's a little bit risky. I'm not sure why he's built this barracks here. He's got a lot of idle villagers. I don't know if this guy is half asleep or what at the moment. But it seems like he's not having the best game of his life at the moment. Even the pocket players are up to feudal. ASD is up to feudal now. And he is indeed rushing. Interesting. Going to be trying to help out Grey on the flank here. Probably going to be looking to take, well, get some galleys out, take out 8th Wonder's galleys and try and do a 2v1 over there. But he will be up to the castle age fairly soon. Spain's already up to castle though, really quick time for him. Already up, not bad at all. And once he goes castle, well, there's a potential for him to go knights here, and they can try and get across and break through these walls and get into their opponent's base. But I think the most common thing we'll see him do is maybe add in some fire ships, maybe try and take water a little bit more, and help his flank players out. But that's just speculation. I don't really see maps, or I don't really see rivers all that often. So I mean, there's a lot of options on the table for these players. I think perhaps knights could be a good idea though. Try and do some raiding, because if you can get into the flank economies and you've got knights, they're not going to be able to defend against that really, and you could totally destroy a flank player if they have knights in their base and they're entirely making water. So we'll see what Spain does once he reaches castle, I guess. Meanwhile, 8th Wonder doing a pretty good job on the top, taking out all of those fishing ships from Grey. Oh no, he's not. He could do. He's heading over there. So far, Grey keeping them alive, just kind of lucky. And I think he's finally up to the feudal age, where he can start to build some galleys or not. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you. Losing these fishing ships, though, that's the first thing he's up to. And then after that, well, it seems like he wants the fast castle and maybe go on the land, adding in an archery range here, so perhaps we'll see him do that. Really weird though. I mean, Saracens are a pretty good water civilization. Their galleys fire faster. And it seems odd to me that as a flank player, they wouldn't even bother taking water. And, you know, that's a big deal because all of these shallows can be blockaded by ships. And you can get stuck on your island if you don't have water control. Down in the south, Anfo and Zuppy having a bit of a fight. Zuppy's got the score lead though. In fact, the game's score lead at the moment. He's looking pretty good. And, well, he's lacking fletching at the moment. So Anfo could push in now and do a lot of damage to Zuppy with that extra +1 attack. But ZeroEmpires in grey going up to the castle age on the flank position. Interesting and risky strategy. Whereas ASD slower up to castle but rushing more. Just seems really weird. Spain's up to castle. What's he doing? I don't see any stables or blacksmiths from him. He is putting up extra docks though, so it looks like he will try and take water control with his teammates and do a bit of a boom. That second and third TC coming up pretty quickly. And that's interesting actually. I really don't know what his real plan is here. Aside from booming, it doesn't seem like he's getting very aggressive. Pike as well now starting to add in some galleys, but he's also castle in the pocket position. Second TC going up over there. But I think the main story at the moment is up at the north where 8th Wonder's got good control of the water. And I think we've got a little bit of a pause. 4v4s are so messy, they're very difficult to keep on top of and follow. Definitely looks like it's going in Zuppy's favour at the bottom though. 8th Wonder definitely looks like he's got the advantage on the top. So, you know, Team Spain at the moment looking in a good position. A good 120 score average ahead as well. And actually that 4th town centre going up for Spain now as well. Interesting stuff from him that he's just booming up like that. I wonder if he's actually going to really try for the water or not. I mean, I saw that extra dot going up. I'm just curious as to whether, you know, he's going to play really aggressively on the water, or if he's going to just try and go for a big boom and start spamming infantry on the land. Could be a possibility. Obviously, everyone's fairly walled up at this stage, and especially 8th Wonder, Spaden's team, stonewalling up as well. 8th Wonder's stonewalled up on his side, and this is why I think Grey's strategy here is a little bit risky. Grey at the moment is up to castle. He's 60% up. What's he going to do when he goes castle? Is he going to try and take water? Well, he's going to have a tough time because 8th Wonder's destroying his docks. Is he perhaps going to try for a land attack? Well, if he does that, might be quite difficult to get through the stone walls unless he makes a transport ship. So, you know, it's kind of back and forth, and it's, I don't really think he's got that much of a game plan, it seems, at the moment. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. Good victory down here by the looks of things from Anfo, though. Looks to me like he is taking the water from Zuppy. Gonna go there, get those fishing ships. Good stuff indeed. But Zuppy's retreating back to meet up with Pike, who has got War Galley done. He's going to be making those now and trying to take the water back from Anfo. So good stuff from those guys. And we've even got Remy coming in now as well, who is also castle age. Everyone's starting to reach castle. Currently, Anfo and 8th Wonder are still feudal. Anfo's not upgrading. Yes, 8th Wonder is. So 8th Wonder going to have, again, a big advantage on the flank position, I feel. And what is Dziak up to in this game at the moment? Well, he's making more fishing ships at the back. Maybe he thinks, okay, I'm going to be safe now that ASD is getting involved. I don't know. Spain is, actually not making any military at all, just pure boom at the moment, which is a little bit risky because if 8th Wonder does lose the water to ASD, that could be pretty nasty for these guys, especially if he rolls up here and takes down these fishing ships. But meanwhile, we've got Pike on the water helping out with Zuppy here, and Anfo's in a tough position. He has got to fight. He's going to run straight into this. He's completely cornered, and I think they're probably going to take out the entire navy of Anfo here. There's no way that these guys can escape. They're cornered. Where are they going to run to? Going to be able to take out Remy as well as he retreats from that position. Good stuff indeed. Remy's just like, hi. But yeah, those guys are going to get trapped, and Anfo's going to lose his entire navy here, which is horrible. He's also only just clicking up to castle now, which means that, you know, he's quite considerably far behind. Zuppy is Actually, is Zuppy up? No, Zuppy hasn't even clicked up yet. So Zuppy last one up to castle. But obviously with Pike helping him out on the water here, it's no surprise really that they're pushing this one back still. And Foe losing these docks as well, that's a really big issue for him. Of course, if he loses the docks, he's not going to be able to replenish the water or the galleys. And sure, he's playing as the Vikings, but if he's lost his entire navy now, and half of his docks are being destroyed, how is he going to get back onto the water in this position? You've got Pike playing as Saracens, which is of course a great water civ, as I said earlier. It's just going to be difficult for these guys. Zuppy's up here raiding at the back as well, taking out quite a few fishing ships. I think taking out loads of fishing ships by the looks of it from Remy. Remy's hardly got anything left back here, and he had quite a lot to begin with. So Zuppy getting away with absolute murder. And I tell you what, Team Spade are looking pretty good at the moment. ASD on this left-hand side, potentially with a larger army. It's hard to say. 8th Wonder could lose a few ships if he runs into this. But Grey's still just not really doing a whole lot. Not really contributing to the water at all. And meanwhile, Zuppy and Pike, good water control, and in this map, with water control comes map control. Basically, I mean, the water's just everywhere. You can send your ships up all of these rivers, and once you've got water control, you can restrict the movement of your opponents. You can prevent them from, getting between islands, and that's kind of a big deal. So Zuppy now up to the Castle Age as well, but man, he may be the last one up to the Castle Age, but he is carrying, well, not carrying his team, but he's doing an incredibly good job for his team, taking out so many fishing ships up here. No fishing ships left at all for Remy at the moment. Taking out ships from ASD as well. There's still quite a few up here, but if he gets by and actually takes them down, then that's a big deal for him, and that's really good. 8th Wonder as well pushing in. And if he has an advantage over ASD, then that's going to be horrible. 8th Wonder is playing as the Vikings, remember, and ASD is the Persians, so no real water advantage there. Whereas 8th Wonder, cheaper boats, good fast working docks, gonna be able to get those galleys out and probably outnumber ASD. Not a problem for him at all. Pike now pushing up the centre of the map as well with these war galleys. Gonna be getting aggressive there, and Spaden sitting back for the time being, and we can see these barracks coming up in the middle of the map, and this is what I thought he was gonna do, going up to the Imperial Age, and yeah, he literally just gonna boom up and then spam infantry across the map into the economies of their opponents. So while these guys are all focusing so heavily on the water, while they're really focusing on taking that water control, and not building any land army, Spain's just going to barracks it up, start building Huskars, or I suppose you could build champions, but Huskar is probably the better choice, and just start raiding like crazy. ASD attempting to build a siege workshop there on the shore, not going to happen. 8th Wonder comes in with his boats. Pike's here as well, but I thought he was going to go up this corridor up to the back. Instead though, sort of chilling out in the middle of the map, taking down these outposts, preventing them from getting any line of sight. Looks like 8th Wonder is going to lose this fight. It's hard to say, although actually, saying that, ASD is going to have to go back, but it's difficult. When they patrol in, you can never be sure quite how many ships they've got, because they all stack on top of each other. Looks like, though, 8th Wonder will take it with the reinforcements. ASD still hanging in there. I don't know. This could still go either way. It's really difficult to tell. Where has he gone? ASD here. He is, what's that, 3, 6, 7 ships. Yeah, 8th Wonder's going to win that, but only just. Wow, he's going back as well. He doesn't realise that he had the advantage, but it doesn't matter. Pike's on the way over. That's going to be difficult for them to deal with. Meanwhile, Zuppy, just on the water on the right side, are going to go completely around the back and flank them by the looks of it. Spaden, wow, he's actually going for champion line. I guess with champions he doesn't need a castle first, because obviously he doesn't need to research perfusion, but Spaden's going to get up a castle anyway. We'll see the researchers coming in. He's Imperial now, and I think, yeah, just going for that champion flood, looking to break through these walls and get in here. Remy, on the other hand, he's the other Goth player. I don't know if he's Imperial yet. He is as well, actually. both Goth players up to the Imperial Age, but he's quite a lot slower on getting these barracks out. He's only just doing the man-at-arms research, and Spaden's already got his barracks out. He's already got two-handed swordsman done, and he will have support from the water. They've broken down the walls of Grey. Grey has got a castle up, and I think he's probably on the way up to the Imperial Age. Yes, he is. He's 30% of the way up, but I think big mistake for him not attempting to make any water at all. And, well, Spaden's in, two-handed swordsman, and probably doing the champion upgrade now. It's on 40%, and conscription from the castle. Of course, Goth's so fast at making infantry. Their infantry flood is just something else, and Grey going to feel the full force of that by the looks of it. Getting all those researches in, +2 attack, +2 defense, and well, whilst the Saracens are pretty decent at dealing with well, they're decent at dealing with military civs. They're all military civs, but yeah, the Saracens are decent at dealing with infantry civilizations. Of course, Mameluke's really pretty good against infantry. He's quite slow, and Spaden's already getting in here now with a huge flood of pikes, champions, everything he's going to need to push in and overwhelm his great opponent here. Dealing with the Mamelukes one at a time. He needs a good mass of these though to push in, I feel. But look at this, Zuppy at the back, going to take out the rest of these fishers from ASD. Pike and 8th Wonder pushing him back as well. These guys are getting completely sandwiched. It's a galley sandwich. And still, only the Goth players in the Imperial Age. Remy now has got the two-handed swordsman upgrade done, but Spaden with the champion, going to have the advantage here. Going to be probably able to hold this one off just fine for now. Upgrade-wise, they are completely even, +2/+2, but how it had done for Spaden as well, making it a little bit easier to just keep those numbers up, as he doesn't have to spend quite so much gold to do it. Meanwhile as well, 8th Wonder and Pike right at the back here. A big fight going on with Zuppy and ASD, but these guys coming in from behind are just going to end it. Those fishing ships will go down, no questions asked. And meanwhile, Spaden just raiding Grey's economy. I don't think I've seen Grey really do much all games, to be honest with you, apart from boom up and lose his ships. That's about all I've seen from him. Champion done from Remy though, and Spaden's got to be careful. Sure, he has got +4 against the +2 of Remy, but he's attacking two opponents at once, could get overwhelmed, as there's no other units on the land for Spaden's team. But Spaden's swooping over Grey at the moment, doing a great job over there. But a lot of champions now, but this is what I was saying about. Losing the water control is pretty nasty, because 8th Wonder, Pike, they're going to be able to position their ships here and just deal so much damage to these champions as they go across. This is a pretty small navy, but imagine what it would be like if they had 40 ships here. These champions would probably die on the way over that little passageway. So good raiding by Spaden so far, doing a lot of damage. 1 TC going down just to champions, it seems. Pretty impressive stuff. And upgrades still even now between Spaden and Remy. But obviously these guys have water control, and that's a huge deal. This TC probably going to go down for ASD. You know, the war galleys just in every narrow corridor can hit their economies from the shore. And Grey trying to make a little bit of a stand, getting back onto the water. Galleon done for Pike though now, and he will be able to push that back, no problem whatsoever. But looks like Spaden's push not looking so great. He's lost a lot of champions actually, but obviously doing quite a lot of eco damage as well. Trying to get in there and take out the champions of Remy where he can. And still completely even on the upgrades. Those Mamelukes are going to get so owned. Just surrounded. So surrounded. And that many champions will take down the town centre very quickly. If they get under that town centre and start attacking together, yeah, that's not going to be nice. Not going to be nice at all. Really, the focus of this game is definitely over in this area, but got to be careful as well. Zuppy over here, actually making some war elephants now. You don't see that every day, but there you have it. Remy making a landing on him. Zuppy's like, nah man, I'm getting the war elephants out. Bringing those guys out. Absolute beast of a unit that you just don't see very often. And Remy is just gonna, well, probably end up losing those villagers to the war elephants. Starting to hit some Huskars. They are gonna die to the war elephants pretty damn quickly. No elite upgrade there either. No, he's pushing across the middle now, and Spaden spots it. He needs to wall this up quickly though, and I don't know how he's going to do it. He's going to get this wall up very quickly, putting up siege workshops, putting up as many big buildings as he can to block this off and stop these champions from getting in, but it's only a palisade wall. Meanwhile though, Spaden with the cap ram upgrade done, completely demolishing Grey's base. Nothing to stop him there at all. And he's trying to defend quickly from these champions in the centre of the map. But look at this. So much damage done to Grey. He is not standing up to this at all. Galleon done for 8th Wonder as well. Going to sit under here and take out the rest of these guys. Boats on the water just doing so much damage for Spaden's team. It's really helping them out a lot. Going to be able to just take so much HP off of these champions as soon as they get close. Obviously, what's that? 8 plus 4, 12 damage. They're going to flatten these champions when they're massed up like this. Cap Rams from Spaden just finishing off Grey. Grey's just, yeah, not really contributing a whole lot at the moment, to be honest. And how is he going to run away as well? Where is he going to go to run away? His only exit is blocked, so this is the exit to his base. And Spaden is there with his barracks, gonna stop him from getting across. But ASD now switching into hand cannoneers, excellent unit choice against the Goths. They will absolutely flatten the halberdier and the champions from Spaden. Meanwhile, Remy's still pushing in the centre. He's in as well, and we're seeing some berserkers out for Anfo. Meanwhile, at the south of the map, good stuff from Zuppy. Elite War Elephants, 620 HP, 20 plus 1 attack. Absolute nuts units. Tanking a load of that Galleon fire. He's got a lot of these. And, well, in Anfo's position, he's probably going to want to add some monks here to try and get some conversions. Breaking down that wall, the War Elephants are going to go in and they're going to raid Green's economy here. Still, Pike got the water here as well, able to help push this one back. But Huskar raiding into Yellow's economy. Gonna lose quite a few villagers here to the Huskars. But the War Elephants stomping on in to Anfo's base. And this is going to be glorious. Villagers here just going to get two-shotted down. And the War Elephants just, oh, they're so good. These villagers just going to die so fast. I think it's 2 shots to kill 1 villager. With the War Elephants, they could just take down a TC as well if they fancy it. Just, yeah, really strong. 3 plus 4 pierce armor and 620 HP. This TC will fall to the War Elephants. There's no question about it. Just, you know, 6, 7 casual War Elephants walking in and destroying your TC. Not pretty sight. And Anfo now, yeah, looking in a bit of trouble. And in fact, just his entire team looking in a lot of trouble. They're 3,000 points behind overall. ASD, however, with the hand cannoneers could help to bring it back. These champions getting absolutely crushed by those hand cannons there. But Grey is so out of this game at the moment. He is completely destroyed. His final castle going down as well by the looks of things. Definitely not able to contribute a lot. Remy though, flooding in some halberdiers to help out his teammate here. Anfo going to be defended by the Halbs. Halbs of course going to be dealing with these elephants. It may take a while to take them down, but it's definitely cost effective. Zuppy, a little bit ridiculous really with those those War Elephants there. I don't know what he's doing with this trade either. I think they're trying to set up trade at some point. Yeah, there's a market here. Perhaps they're trying to trade, yeah, they're trying to trade along this bottom side of the map. Pretty safe trading there actually. Interestingly enough, Anfo's taking the water back though. Of course he's playing as the Vikings, so that's kind of his one job. But Pike, with elite cannon galleons out, gonna be taking down these castles. The elite cannon galleon, 15 range against the 11 of the castle, able to take that down from a distance. But fortunately, Remy's here to help, and you know that's really fortunate because the Goth player is the only one really backing up his teammate at the moment. For now, ASD can about hold on with the hand cannons against Spaden. They're still in there, still taking down these champions, doing a pretty good job of that. But the Rams just getting in and just killing everything. Poor Grey, I mean, he's unable to do a whole lot, to be honest with you. But water control for Pike here, able just to dominate this area. Now that castle's down, he can bring his galleons in as well. You can see just how quickly those galleons fire. They are incredibly fast. I mean, look at the difference. You can see the difference between the fire rate of these galleons and these galleons. They are faster, and that is going to help out so much. So many war elephants here from Zuppy as well. These galleons, if they move to here, that's going to be it. All of these units are going to get absolutely massacred trying to get through this gate. The castle firing upon it as well. The war elephants blocking the way. And, yeah, galleons on the shoreline just mopping everything up. Look how much damage they're doing. Look how fast they're firing. Able to just release a constant barrage of death. And, well, Zuppy's pushed away with the war elephants now as well. Excellent stuff from him. Grey, not very happy with the way this game has gone so far. I'm not surprised. I mean, you know, he's not been able to do a whole lot. Anfo now with some cannon galleons of his own. But what can he do? He's losing the land. There's about 20 elephants marching into his base. And the support from the Goth player here kind of coming to an end. Spaden as well now in the centre of the map, pushing into Anfo from the left side. And this guy is being 2v1'd at the moment by, well, 3v1'd if you count the water as well. And, well, the cannon galleons just making such short work of these castles. They will take them down in, you know, a matter of moments as they just line up and fire constantly. The Saracen's just a great water sieve in the late game, and now the elephants from Zuppy, excellent stuff. I love seeing this. Kind of unusual to see the Persians actually make the war elephants. Spaden though, MVP of the game at the moment. Really just completely wiped out Grey, really. Completely wiping out Green as well. Supporting his teammates all over the place. Just that constant infantry flood. It's just so much to deal with. And I think it's pretty much safe to say it's over for Team Anfo at the moment. Only ASD and Remy really remain to help keep this game going. And over at this side, with Spaden with the champions, the Halberdier are going to not even touch them. Really, they're not going to touch them. As they're trying to stop the elephants. The elephants are just crushing everything. You know, this castle, yeah, that castle's gone. Just give it a minute and the elephants will do their magic. I love it. Zuppy just spamming them everywhere. How are they going to stop this? Unless they can afford 20 monks or so, that's it. GG. And it's going to be over for these guys. Team Spaden takes the game. And Spaden, the score leader there as well. Really good stuff from him. Oh, saying that, Zuppy takes the lead just as the other team resigns. Grey now, the last one to go. He's hanging on in there, but there we have it. Game over. Well played indeed by Spaden's team. I love the war elephants there at the end. That was excellent. You don't see it very often, but when you do, absolute carnage. But yeah, I think taking the water in that game was so crucial, and Anfo's team just didn't do enough to take the water. They played so passively there, and that just really cost them a lot towards the end, especially when those elite cannon galleons started coming in. I mean, what are you going to do when you've got elite cannon galleons surrounding you? Absolutely nothing at all. And Spaden's strategy as well, to just boom up and spam those infantry, that infantry really helped his team. He did strong.